what we see coming from your heart. And I think it's coming from your heart. It's not something that you planned. What's coming from your heart, that you support Israel unconditionally. And for that matter, you are so instrumental in supporting Israel. And we wish we had more people like yourself. And if we had no Glenn Beck today, that there was in Fox News, and today you have your own channel, the Glenn Beck production, we should have invented the Glenn Beck. Because we need more people like you who are not afraid to speak out for the people of Israel, for the cause. And I think by working together, Jews and Christians alike, that is the way to overcome the tasks and obstacles.
As I've been thinking about the last few days, I think the best thing that I can maybe share with you is on the media. First of all, let me apologize for not wearing a tie. I know you're all wearing a tie, but I left mine, I think, in Poland, and I was worried about it today until I bumped into your Vice Prime Minister, and he was in short sleeves, and I thought,
oh, we have few vices. I think you met Vice Bogi alone.
Yes.
Okay, because we have few vices, so...
Oh, okay. And he was wearing short sleeves, and I thought I could wear a bathing suit here. This is a great country. The media has changed, and I think the members of the press, if they don't know it, they're about to be very surprised. The media as we know it, politics as we know it, is over. It is going to change, and my message to you today is to think out of the box. And the way to think out of the box is to tell the truth. Whether you are in the media or you're in politics, you're in business, it doesn't matter. Just tell the truth. We have created a system in the last 100 years or so, maybe longer, of politicians and people afraid to tell the truth. When the planes flew into the World Trade Center, people sat at their desk. A jetliner flew into not one building, but two. And they still sat at their desk. When they left, some of them went back to turn their lights off or turn their computers off, thinking they were going to come back. That's the normalcy bias, and it gets you killed. If you went back to turn off your lights, you died in that building. I'm sorry, but a jetliner is not normal. But when something is so out of whack, people look for anything that makes sense, and they say, no, I know right where I am. It's a human trait. And humans right now see destruction on the way. Massive change, either good or bad, massive change. And it frightens them. But if you just tell them the truth and say, we're going to make it, they will listen, and they will come running. I have been a strong supporter of Israel for quite a long time, and it is deepened since September 11th. I was a typical schlub American that I really didn't know what was going on in the world, and I was cool as long as I had NASCAR on TV. I was fine. And the Middle East always seemed like it's been going on for thousands of years. What are we going to do? What am I going to do? Please. So I didn't pay attention. But I started my national radio program 4 days after September 11th. It was already under contract. It was supposed to start 4 months later, but 9/11 happened and I had to start. And I went on the air and I told my audience, I don't have any answers for you. I don't know. But I promised them at that time I would find out. I would do my homework. I traveled here the first time in 2002, and I'll never forget my wife said, because in America the media is so skewed on Israel, honestly, I thought you could only cook your food over a burning bus. I mean, I thought it was out of control here, because that's what the media shows the rest of the world. And my wife, in a touching, very touching way, but now looking back we laugh at it because it's so ridiculous, she said, if you're going to go, we're going together. We'll go down together. And, we're all teary-eyed, yes. Then we got here, we're like, wow, great hummus, huh? We came and we looked for the truth. And I got my first death threat because when I came back, I said, here's the truth. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict at the ruling class is about the destruction of Israel and about the end of the Western way of life. Period. That's what it is. Now, on the streets, I happen to be, I don't know a lot of Palestinians, but I also don't know a lot of Jewish people either. I don't really classify people that way. They're just people. And I think people are the same. People are people. I personally don't think Palestinians and Jews and Americans and whatever are all that different. We all want to pretty much be left alone, raise our kids, let me eat, let me watch a little TV, let me watch, I don't know, Saudi Arabian Idol or whatever it is, and just live my life. That's what people want to do. Rulers want to control. And that's where our trouble gets in. Because there are people that want to control. And now is their time, especially because the world is about to go into chaos. As I have walked around the streets, this is the second time this year I've been back, and I am truly, truly humbled and disturbed by what people say to me on the streets. They will stop me, and I have never felt anything like it. I've never felt anything like it. People will come to me on the streets and they will sincerely thank me for saying the truth. They will sincerely look at me, and I get the feeling that they're wide awake and they know what's happening and they know what's coming in the world, and they sincerely, I had a guy say to me, you live here, you ever have trouble, you come, you take my house. And I wanted to say, could I see it first? But he meant it sincerely. And what's disturbing about it is if a guy just gets on television, on radio, and says the truth, if that's so unusual, Israel and the Western way of life is in grave, grave danger.